I am San. I am 34 years old. I live in a big house. My husband's name is Sam. He is 36 years old. We got married 7 years ago. Our house is in a quiet neighborhood. Big trees grow along the street outside. The yard is green and the garden is neat. Our neighbors have small children. I hear them play outside sometimes. Their voices come through my window. I listen and I feel sad. Our house is very big. The house has 4 bedrooms and a large kitchen. It has a clean garden with green grass outside. The floors are always clean. All the walls are white. Everything in the house looks very good, but one thing is not right. The house has no children in it. The house is too quiet. I walk from room to room every morning. I hear only my own feet on the floor. I hear the clock on the wall. I hear the wind outside, but I do not hear a baby. I do not hear a small voice. I do not hear small children in this house. I want to have a baby. I want this more than anything in my life. I want to hear a baby cry at night. I want to wake up and give milk to my baby. I want to hold a small body in my arms. I think about this every day. I want a baby so much. I think a baby is all I need. A baby will make this house a real home. So I make a plan. I find a small room at the end of the hall. I paint the walls yellow. It is a bright and happy yellow. I buy a white wooden crib. I put a soft blanket inside the crib. I put small stuffed animals on a shelf near the window. I put a small lamp in the corner. The lamp makes the room feel warm. I look at the yellow room. I feel happy for a moment. Then I look at the empty crib and I feel sad again. The crib is always empty. I look at it every day. I touch the bars of the crib. I smooth the soft blanket with my hand. I wait and I hope. I go to the doctor many times. The doctor says my body does not work in a normal way. I need help to have a baby. The doctor tells me about IVF. This is a special kind of treatment. It is long and it is hard, but I really want a baby, so I agree to try. The doctor gives me a small bag. The bag has needles and bottles of medicine inside. I bring the bag home. Every night, I sit on the edge of the bed. I open the bag. I get the needle ready. I push the needle into my stomach. It hurts every night, but I do it anyway. Sam sits with me sometimes. He says, "You are very brave, San." But his eyes look at his phone. He types something on the screen. He does not look at my face. I do not say anything. I push the needle in. I go to the kitchen and drink a glass of water. Then I sit and wait. The wait is the hardest part. I wait for the doctor's call. The days go by slowly. I do not sleep well. I do not eat much. I check my phone many times a day. I put my hands together and I hope. Every morning I say inside, "Please, let today be the day." Then the test day comes. I go to the bathroom early in the morning. I do the pregnancy test. I hold the small white stick in my hands. My hands shake a little. I look at the result. I see only one line on the test. Only one line. I sit down on the bathroom floor. The floor is cold and hard. I sit there and I cry. I cry for a long time. My whole body shakes with the tears. My eyes hurt, but I cannot stop. This is the second test with one line. The second time I fail. I stand up and look at my face in the mirror. My eyes are very red. My face looks white and tired. I look at myself and I feel deep shame inside. I say to myself, "You cannot do this. You are broken. You are not a real woman. A woman must give her husband a child. And you cannot do this." These words hurt, but I believe them. I am wrong to believe them, but every day I do. I do not tell my mother about this pain. I do not tell my friends. I have this pain inside me every day. I have it at the store. I have it in bed at night. I have it in the yellow room. I go to that room some nights. I sit on the floor next to the crib. I touch the soft blanket. I look at the small animals on the shelf. The lamp in the room is off. The room is dark and very quiet. I close my eyes and I think about a baby. I try to hear a small, soft breath, but I hear nothing at all. I hear only silence. Our house is very big. The house is always clean. The house is very quiet. Sam travels a lot for work. He says there are meetings in other cities. He leaves on Monday morning. He comes back on Friday night. Sometimes he comes home on Saturday. He eats dinner fast. He looks at his phone. He says, "It is a long week, San." Then he goes to sleep. I sit at the table alone. I look at his empty chair. I look at all the empty chairs. I ask myself, where is my baby? Where is my family? I see only empty chairs and empty walls. I try IVF a third time. I do the injections every night again. Every night I use the needle. Every night I feel the pain. Then the doctor calls me. The result is negative again. This time I do not cry on the floor. I sit in my kitchen chair. I put my phone on the table. I look at the wall. I feel nothing inside me. I feel cold and empty. Sam comes home that night. I tell him the news. He says, "It is okay, San." He says, "We have each other." He puts his hand on my hand. Then his phone makes a sound. He picks up the phone. He reads the message. He puts the phone down on the table. I ask him, "Who sends you messages?" He says, "Just work, nothing important." I believe everything he says to me. The yellow room at the end of the hall is still quiet. The crib is still empty. And I still wait for my baby. It is a Saturday morning. The rain falls hard outside. The sky is dark and gray. The street is wet and empty. No one is outside today. Sam wakes up very early. He picks up his phone and reads a message on the screen. The look on his face changes. He says, "San, there is a big problem at work. I need to go in right now. I am sorry." He takes his bag and his coat. He walks out the door. The door closes. I hear his car drive away in the rain. The house is quiet again. I go to the yellow room. I sit on the floor next to the crib. Near me is a small basket. Inside the basket are tiny baby blankets. One is white, one is yellow, one has small blue stars on it. I take the first blanket, I fold it carefully and put it in a neat pile. I take the next one and fold it too. My hands move very slowly. I am very careful. I treat each small blanket like something very important. The rain hits the window hard. The light in the room is gray and soft, but the yellow walls still make the room feel a little warm. I fold the blankets and I think about my body and the doctor. I think about the needles every night. I think about the 3 tests with 1 line. I think about the empty crib in front of me. I feel so sad inside. I feel tired and empty. I feel very alone today. Then I hear the doorbell ring. I put the blanket down. I get up from the floor. I walk down the hall and open the front door. A young woman stands at the door. The rain soaks her hair and her clothes. She is very wet from head to foot. She looks about 24 years old. Her face is young, but her eyes look tired and scared. In front of her is a large double stroller with room for 2 babies, and inside are 2 babies, 2 very small and very new babies. They cry loudly. Their small faces are red, their mouths are open wide. Their cries fill the door and fill the hall of my house. I smell baby powder, sweet and soft. I smell the cold rain on the woman's wet clothes. I smell something warm from the babies, like milk and skin. All these smells mix together at my front door. The babies cry and cry. The sound fills everything. I look at the woman. I look at the 2 babies. I do not understand anything. The woman looks at me. Her voice shakes a little, but her eyes are sure. She says, "Are you San?" I answer her, "Yes, I am San." She takes a breath. She says, "My name is Mia. I am sorry to come here like this, but I have no other choice. These 2 babies are Sam's babies. They are twins. He promised to leave you and come to me. He promised to take care of us, but he does not come. I have no money left. He must take responsibility now." I hold the door with my hand. I feel the cold wood under my fingers. I hear the rain. I hear the babies cry. I hear Mia's voice. But everything feels very far away. It feels like a bad dream. I say that again, please." She says, "These babies are Sam's. He is their father. They are 6 weeks old." The words go into my head, but my body does not move. I just stand there and look at the 2 small red faces in the stroller. They cry. They need milk. They need warmth. I take out my phone and I call Sam. He answers right away. His voice is fast and nervous. I say only, "Come home right now, Sam." He starts to speak, but I say again, "Right now, Sam." I let Mia come inside. She brings the stroller into the living room. She sits on the sofa. The babies cry a little more, and then they get a little quiet. I bring Mia a glass of water. I sit in the chair across from her. We do not speak. We wait. 20 minutes later, the front door opens. Sam walks in fast. He sees Mia. He sees me. He stops in the middle of the room. His face turns white. I do not stand up. I do not shout. I say only, "Sit down, Sam." He sits on the sofa. He does not look at me. He looks at the floor. I say, "Tell me the truth, all of it." Sam is quiet for a long moment. Then he speaks. He says, "Yes, San, Mia and I were together for 2 years. And these babies are mine, my twins." The room is very silent. One baby makes a small, soft sound. I look at my husband. I look at the man I married 7 years ago. I do not know this man at all. Then Sam says more. He says the worst words of my life. He says, "San, I want to be a father. You cannot give me children. I wait. For years, she gives me twins. I am a man. I need a family. I am sorry." He uses my pain as his reason. He uses my body as his excuse. He uses every night I cry alone on the bathroom floor. He uses every time I call myself broken. He takes all of my pain and he makes it his reason for his lies. I sit very still in my chair. I do not cry. I do not shout. I do not move at all. Everything inside me goes very, very quiet. I think about the needles in my stomach every night. I think about the 3 tests with 1 line. I think about every time I look in the mirror and say, "You are broken. You are not a real woman." And all that time, he is with her. He already has his family. While I hurt myself with my own words, while I blame my own body every single day, he is out there with her. He has 2 new babies. He has a new life. And I have nothing but lies and empty rooms. I stand up. I look at Sam. I say only this: "Get out of my house." Sam says, "San, please," I say again. "Get out of my house right now." He gets up. Mia takes the stroller. They walk to the front door. The door closes behind them. I am alone. The house is quiet. But this quiet is different. This quiet is not empty. It is full. Full of 7 years of lies. Full of pain I do not need. Full of a life that is not real. I stand in the living room. I do not move for a very long time. After Sam leaves, I stand alone in the living room. The rain falls outside. The house is very, very quiet. I walk slowly down the hall to the yellow room. My feet feel heavy. I open the door and look inside. The white wooden crib stands there. The soft blanket is inside it. The small animals sit on the shelf near the window. The little lamp stands in the corner. Everything is clean and neat and ready. Everything is always ready. And a baby never comes. A baby never comes. I walk to the crib. I put my hands on the bars. I feel the smooth white wood under my hands. And then I feel something break inside me, deep inside my chest. I push the crib. I pull the bars. I hit the wood with my open hands. I push the crib hard to the wall. The wood makes a loud crack. I push it to the floor. I kick the bars with my foot again and again. I kick until the wood splits apart. I push all the pieces to the corner. I kick them until the crib is only broken pieces on the yellow floor. Then I sit down on the floor, in the middle of all the broken wood, and I cry. I cry for the babies I never have. I cry for all the years I lose. I cry for the needles in my stomach every night. I cry for every cold bathroom floor. I cry for every test with 1 line. I cry for all the lies. I cry for all the time I lose. I am broken. I am empty. I have nothing left inside me. I cry for a very long time. My body shakes. My eyes burn. My head hurts. But I cannot stop. I cry until I have no more tears. I cry until I am too tired to move. I fall asleep on the hard floor of the yellow room, next to the broken pieces of the crib. In the morning, I wake up on the floor. My body hurts. The yellow walls are still around me. The broken wood is still there. For many days after that, I do nothing. I do not eat much. I do not go outside. I do not call anyone. I sit in my house and I feel empty inside, like a cup with nothing in it. The divorce papers come in the mail. I sign them. I am not Sam's wife now. The house feels even more quiet. I leave the broken wood in the yellow room. I am not ready to clean it up yet. The days go by slowly. Then the weeks go by. Then the months go by. Slowly, something small begins to change. I eat a little more each day. I go outside for a short walk in the morning. I feel the cool air on my face. I look at the trees. I listen to the birds. These things are small, but they help me. One morning, something important happens. It is very early, and the house is still. I go to the bathroom and wash my face with cold water. I look in the mirror. I look at my face for a long time. I look at my eyes and my mouth and my hands on the sink, and I begin to think, who says I am broken? Sam says it. My own voice inside my head says it. But is it the truth? Is it really true? I cannot have a baby. This is true, and it hurts very much. But this is only one small part of who I am. Only one thing about my body. Does this one thing make me worth less than other women? Does it give Sam the right to lie to me? Does it give any man the right to hurt me and use my pain as his excuse? The answer to all of these questions is no. I stand in front of the mirror. I look at my own face, and I say these words out loud. I am not a broken machine. I am a whole woman. I do not need a man who cheats on me to have a good life. I am enough. I am more than enough. The words feel strange in my mouth at first, so I say them again and again. Each time, they feel a little more true. After that morning, I say these words to myself every single day. Every morning in the mirror, every night before sleep, I say them until they are not just words, until they are the truth about who I am. I eat well again. I sleep well. I take my morning walks. I call my mother and my old friends. My mother cries when she hears my voice. She says, San, I love you. You are so strong. I hold the phone and I cry a little too. But these are good tears, a new kind of tears. A new plan comes to me. I sell the big house. I take the money from the sale and the money from the divorce. I put it all together and I think, what do I want to do with the rest of my life? I want to help children. I want to give children a warm and safe place. I cannot be a mother to one child, but I can be something good to many, many children. I find a big empty building in town. It is large and it sits on a busy street. I look at it and I see something new inside. I see books, I see tables, I see children reading. I see women learning. I see a room full of voices and laughter and life. I use my money to buy the building. I fix the inside. I paint all the walls yellow, a bright and happy yellow. I buy tables and chairs and many, many books. I name the place the Yellow Room. The name is important to me. The yellow room in my old house is full of sadness and empty hope, but this new yellow room is full of children and noise and real life. The color is the same, but everything else is new and good. The yellow room opens as a center for women and children in our town. It has books for children of all ages. It has classes for adult women. It has a safe space where mothers can sit and talk. It has homework help for children every afternoon. It has story time on Saturday mornings. On the first day, I open the doors wide. Many people come inside. Children run to the bookshelves. Mothers sit and talk with each other. Old women sign up for classes. Young girls sit at the tables and read. I stand near the door and I watch. I hear voices and laughter. I hear small feet on the floor. I hear children call to each other. Something warm fills my chest. This is the sound I want in my life. This is the sound of real life all around me. The months go by. The yellow room grows bigger and better. More children come every week. I know them all by name. I know which little girl loves animal books. I know which boy loves stories about space. I know their faces and their smiles. On some days, A small child runs to me and gives me a big hug. On other days, a child reads his first whole book and shows me with big and proud eyes. These moments fill me up inside more than anything else in the world. I do not have a child of my own, but I have so many children who need this place, and I need them too. I am 35, then 36, then 37. I am happy. I am strong. I am free. 4 years go by after that day. I am 38 years old now. I wear nice and simple clothes to work every day. I walk with my head up. I look people in the eye. I feel calm and sure of myself. People in this town know my name. They know the yellow room. Mothers thank me at the market. Teachers call me about their students. The local newspaper writes a story about the center and about me. My life, 4 years go by after that day. I am 38 years old now. I wear nice and simple clothes to work every day. I walk with my head up. I look people in the eye. I feel calm and sure of myself. People in this town know my name. They know the yellow room. Mothers thank me at the market. Teachers call me about their students. The local newspaper writes a story about the center and about me. My life is very good and very full. Every morning I wake up and make my coffee. I sit at my table alone. But this alone feels very different now. It does not feel empty. It feels peaceful. It feels like mine. My center is open 6 days a week. On Monday mornings, we have story time for small children. On Tuesday afternoons, we have a reading class for adult women. On Wednesday evenings, a group of mothers comes to sit, talk, and help each other. On Thursday afternoons, children come for homework help. On Friday mornings, we have a free English class. On Saturday, the center is the most full. Children run inside. They laugh and argue about the books. They ask me many questions. I love every single day of this life. I do not think about the needles or the negative tests. I do not think about the yellow room with the broken crib. I think about today. I think about tomorrow. I think about my children and my center. One late afternoon in the fall, I work late at the center. All the children go home. The women say goodbye. The center is quiet and still. I turn off the lights in the reading rooms. I pick up my bag and my keys. I walk to the front door to lock up. I look through the glass of the front door. In the parking lot outside, a man stands near the entrance. His clothes look old and dirty. His shirt is not clean. His shoes are very worn down. His hair is gray on the sides and on top. His face is very thin. He has dark circles under his tired eyes. He looks like a man who carries a very heavy load, much too heavy for him. I look at this man for a long moment, and then I know who this is. This man in the parking lot is Sam. I open the front door. I step outside. The air is cool in the fall evening. Sam turns and looks at me. His eyes are very red. He looks like a man who does not sleep well and does not eat well. He says, "San." His voice shakes. You look so good." I do not say thank you. I wait. He says, "Can you talk to me? Please, just for a few minutes." I look at him for a moment. I say, "You have 5 minutes." He takes a long breath. He looks at his hands. Then he begins to speak. He tells me that Mia leaves him. About 1 year after the twins are born, Mia meets a new man, a man with more money and an easier life. So Mia goes with the new man. She leaves Sam alone with the 2 babies and does not look back. Now Sam has 2 small children and no partner. He works 2 jobs to pay for the apartment and the food and the baby things. He gets up early each day and he works all morning and all afternoon. He comes home, feeds the twins, and puts them to bed. Then he goes to his second job at night. He comes home very late. He sleeps a little. Then he gets up and does it all again. The twins cry at night. They get sick sometimes. He takes them to the doctor alone. He cooks for them. He cleans for them. He does everything alone. He has no money left at the end of each month. He has no time. He has no one to help him. He has nothing left. Sam looks at me. His eyes fill with tears. He reaches out and holds my hand in both of his hands. He says, "San, I make a terrible, terrible mistake. I think about you every day. I am so sorry. I miss our life together. I miss our quiet house. I miss you. You are a good and kind woman. The twins need a mother. You can be their mother. Please take me back. We can be a family again. I am so tired. I need you, San. Please." I look down at his hands on my hand. His hands feel cold and rough. I remember these hands. I remember this man. I remember the life we have together once. But I do not love him now, and I do not hate him. When I look at him, I feel something very quiet inside me. I feel only a small and sad pity for this tired and broken man. I pull my hand back slowly. I do not rush. I take my hand back, and I hold it at my side. I look at him. I speak slowly, and I speak clearly. I want him to hear every word. I say, "Sam, you want a family. Now you have one. You want to be a father. Now you are one. You use my pain as your reason to cheat. You use my body as your excuse. You leave me alone with my tears and my shame. And now you come back because your life is hard." No, I stop for a moment. Then I say more. I say, "I am not your backup plan. I am not your babysitter. I am not the woman you call when you need help. You break me once, but I put myself back together with my own hands. I build my own life. I build a good and full and happy life, and you are not part of it." I look at him one last time. I say, "Goodbye, Sam. Go home to your children." I turn away from him. I walk to my car. I put my bag on the seat. I start the engine. Before I drive away, I look in the mirror. I see Sam. He stands alone in the empty parking lot. He does not move. The light around him is orange and low. He looks very small and very tired. I turn away from the mirror. I drive out of the parking lot and onto the open road. The sky in front of me is orange and pink and gold. The air is cool. I open my window a little. The cool evening air comes in and touches my face. I turn on the radio. A song I like comes on. I turn the volume up and I smile. I do not have a husband. I do not have twins. I do not have a big house with an empty yellow room at the end of the hall. I do not have needles and negative